What's really good? This is your boy up in this piece, JT Wages. And I just want to say to every person out there who is abusing a child, yeah, I said it. It is not cool. It's not hip. And you really need to stop it. So I don't care. You need to find a class to go to. You need to give yourself into the police. You need to give them up for adoption or something. But this cannot go on with all of this child abuse in the cities and the states and the countries and the nations. We gotta really put a stop to this. Seriously. And I'm talking to y'all out there who are doing it. And y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who y'all are. I was born October 14th, 1981, to two people who did not appreciate having children. They took my brother and they killed him by giving him a head injury. I lived with the same head injury that they gave me also. He didn't make it, but I lived to tell my story. Then I moved in with my grandparents who took care of me. They loved me, fed me, washed me up, rocked me to sleep. They did everything they could to take care of me and my sister. And they did a wonderful job. I don't have no complaints about how they took care of us. But when we turned 13, we moved in with our parents, who I didn't really know was my parents until I was 6 years old, I believe. They came in and I asked them, I said, who are y'all? And that's when my father looked at my grandparents like it was crazy. Like, you didn't tell them anything about us? Like, no. Because I feel like my grandparents were saying, why should we have told them anything about y'all when y'all did to them what y'all did to them? But that's another story. But when I moved in at 13 years old with my parents, the first night I got over there, I got a whipping because of something I said in the car that I didn't really realize I was saying in the wrong way. So it was a smart thing I was saying, I guess, and he whipped me when I got home. My mother, she just, spanked me here and there until later on in my life, that is. And look, I'm already 13. I'm getting whippings at 13 and 14 and 15 and 16. I'm getting whippings as a teenager. And I'm not talking about any little pat on the butt, spanking, and whatever. I'm talking about gruesome beatdowns I was getting. One time I had to go to the dentist, and my father was looking at me like, you better not tell him because the dentist asked me, how did this happen? I had to lie to the dentist and say, I fell or got in a fight or make some kind of excuse up like that so that I wouldn't get in trouble with my father. They fixed my tooth. My tooth was all the way up on the roof of my mouth because my father punched me in it because he kept me up all night. And when he kept me up all night, sometimes I would fall asleep. And I know you're probably saying, what you mean he kept you up all night? Let me explain. My father had, uh, uh, I don't know what you call it, punishment that was different from other punishments. If you did something, he make you lose sleep. You stand up all night in the corner and don't get any sleep. So I fell asleep. And then when I fell, I guess tilt over or whatever, he asked me, he said, did you fall asleep? And I said, no. He knew I was lying, so he got mad and punched me in my mouth, which caused my tooth to go over at the top of my mouth. And when I went to the dentist, I lied about it because he told me I better lie or else I'm gonna have to deal with it when I get home. There was times my mother, she would whip me for hours. I mean, she would whip me for hours. She whipped me until I bled. I mean, she would just let me lay down. She just whip, whip, and whip. I mean, just not a 5 minute whipping. I don't know what the point she was proving, but all thing she proved to me is that, you're able to whip a child until you get tired. I mean, I've been tired of the whippings. By the time the fifth minute come, I'm ready for the mother to let me get up and go about my business. But she been just whipping me. And I know y'all probably like, you was 13 or 14 or 15. Some other 13 or 14-year-old would have did this and did that and the other stuff. I had, my mom was, how you say, they brainwashed me to believe that I deserve this. And this is their way of saying, we love you. My mother would take her fingers and put it in my nose until it bled. And my father would tie me up. And I mean, it was just a whole bunch of stuff that happened. My father, not to mention, he pulling on my private part. He, you know what I'm saying, sleeping, not with my sister, like, you know, you know, having sex, but she would always sleep in there with him. There was times he made me go to the store and buy things. I mean, I just, I just really didn't understand why I had to go through this. I mean, I didn't understand why I had to go through it. And then I tried to tell other people, they saying, "Oh, well, you just making this up." How can I make something like that up? Why would I want to make something up like that? I don't know why I would want to make something up like that. Because me, I would just rather live a nice, cool, calm, have a nice childhood. But all I know is that I made it. And I just thought that I needed to let y'all know a little bit of what I went through as a child. And I do thank y'all for